every single big company, call it investors, call it venture capitalists, call it the biggest of big technology providers, they're all trying to figure out how they can make the super app, how they can get more eyeballs, more action, more monetization, more traction, more traffic, all happening to their apps. Now, here's the most important question.
Real estate touches every one of our lives, yet it is the last major industry to undergo a much-needed digital transformation. That's why the brightest minds, backed by the biggest investors, are on this mythical quest to build one app to rule them all. I'm Sharran and he is Pritesh Damani, and we're breaking down the quest for real estate's holy grail. Welcome to the SuperApp podcast.
As you know, my business partner, Pritesh Damani, and I launched the SuperApp podcast to uncover the mystical, magical search for the holy grail of real estate, which is, can one app truly rule them all? Now, it is hard to tell you who is using this app and who should build this app and who should make this app, who should create this investment. And every single big company, call it investors, call it venture capitalists, call it the biggest of big technology providers, they're all trying to figure out how they can make the super app, how they can get more eyeballs, more action, more monetization, more traction, more traffic, all happening to their apps. Now, here's the most important question. Over these last 6 weeks, the number one question that I've received from real estate agents has been this one thing, which is, hey, Sharran, should I build a super app? Meaning, should I, as an agent, build a super app? And I always ask why. And the number one answer that they give me is, well, that is the equity in my business. That's what's going to let me monetize my business and sell my business one day. Well, maybe. But are you saying that you run a real estate team in, say, Las Vegas, Nevada, and you have an app and someone is going to come and pay you hundreds of millions of dollars for that app? Maybe. But it may not happen to everybody. That's not how this works, because then if you did that, you are not in the real estate business, you are in the super app business. So the question I would ask is, what business are you in? Are you in the real estate business and you're using the tools, systems, processes to enhance your business? Because if you are, you can then build a business that is monetizable, sellable, partnerable, shareable, ESOPable, based on what the business that you build. Don't let the higher valuations of a technology company or the mythical quest for the super app or like the Facebooks and the Instagrams of the world getting acquired for $1 billion. Don't let that distract you, because to be in that business, you have to be a different entrepreneur. You have to be a different business owner. You have to be a different founder. And I'd say when I say most, I mean 99.9% of real estate agents and professionals should not build their own super app. Now, you may say, Sharran, well, if I shouldn't build a super app, well, what about these things? And I always say, what things? They say, well, I'm working with my brokerage, I'm working with my company, I'm working with a third-party provider, and they're going to build me my own search app. Okay, so just let me be very clear. You have an app. You're a real estate agent. You have an app, and your app is the Sharran app. And when you meet the client, you give them your Sharran app, and the client opens the Sharran app, and the client searches for properties on the Sharran app. They know that your app is a white labeled app. They know that even though you had that app, it is not going to be as well built out as one of the bigger apps, as a Zillow or a Redfin or Homes.com. It's just not going to, because you don't have the infrastructure and the technology resources that they do to do that. So if you have an IDX app and you think that, I'm sorry, this is a very strong opinion, and you think that your IDX app is going to set yourself apart in the industry and that your IDX app is going to give you an unfair advantage, it may give you a talking point, but a client is not going to change their habits. If they are used to looking at homes on the Zillow or Homes.com or the Redfin app, they're going to continue to do that. One, because their app is a better app than yours, because it is impossible for us as individual real estate agents or teams to compete with Zillow and Redfin and Homes.com. I mean, Homes.com just announced $1 billion marketing budget to get more people into their app. You're probably not even spending $1. You're handing it to somebody, and then how many apps do you and I have on our phone? So number one, branded IDX apps are interesting ideas, but they are offered to you as an ego play to make you feel better about yourself. And I'm telling you this because no one else will tell you this. I love you, and I'm telling you this because nobody else will tell you this. And the interesting part is you're better off focusing on a different part of your business than having a branded app. Second, hey, Sharran, what if I've built out this really great team communications protocol. I want to build a team communications app. I want to build a Slack for real estate. No, don't do that. You're not in the communications app building business. You should not try to compete with Slack. You have Slack, you have Microsoft Teams, you have Group.me, you have the free Discord servers. You have so many, you have like Zoom chat now. You have so many like both paid and free tools with so many built-in infrastructure integrations that you can never keep up with. So if you have an idea on a team communications app, use it. Use one of these apps. Use a free Discord server, or use Slack, or use Zoom chat or what have you to run a better team. Don't try to build that app, because if you try to build that app, you're not in the real estate business. You are in the SuperApp business. You're in the app business. Go do that. Now, if you're in the app business and you want to create an app because that's what you want to do, that's completely different. I'm in full support of that. But just to make an app to run your team better, you shouldn't do that, because there's much better out-of-the-box solutions that are available. Well, Sharran, what about a coaching app? Like I have my team, and I have the trainings for them, and I have no place to put them. We put them in like a Google Drive, and it's hard for people to access it. Now you're right. You're right. So you should not go build a coaching portal. You should not go build a WordPress website. You should not do any of that. You know what you should do? You should just look for an LMS app like a Teachable or a Kajabi. There's a lot of apps like that allow you, like Trainual. There are apps like that are built to run an LMS, which is a learning management system. So utilize one of those, put your trainings in there so that now you have a toolkit available for your people in your business to do great things. You're not in the building an LMS business, you're in the real estate business. And most of all, I see agents ask for this, which is, Sharran, I have this, we're really good CRM users. I have this idea for a CRM. I want to build a real estate-based CRM. Great. Are you going to build and dedicate your life to building the next best real estate CRM? Are you going to build the next top producer, which was a good one at one point? Are you going to build the next Follow the Boss, which is kind of like the industry standard right now? Are you going to build a RealVolve? Are you going to build some other CRM that was a real estate-based CRM that you can conquer? If you are, amazing, go do that. If you're not, just utilize a CRM that already exists so that you can bolt it on top of your business and have a great business, right? So the question you should be asking is, all right, Sharran, you've discouraged me from building the SuperApp. Yeah, I am. I'm only discouraging you from building the SuperApp so that you can focus on your real estate business. And the question we should be asking is, if you shouldn't build a SuperApp, what should you be building? And if you're a real estate professional, a team leader, or a brokerage, and you want to create a super app for yourself, which is a way to monetize your business, what you should do is you should build an operating system. All right? You should build an operating system, meaning your ability to run and grow and scale and monetize and profitably execute a real estate business is something you should run. You should install an operating system. And that operating system has 3 insane benefits. Benefit number 1, it allows you to bring other people into that operating system and deliver great results. Benefit number 2, it allows you to take care of clients and make a ton of money. And benefit number 3, it is a packaged process system vehicle that if someone ever wants to buy or partner or buy into, they now can come and do that because you have a operating system and not just your brand. Brand is good, but you need an operating system. Now, you may say, Sharran, well, what is this operating system? Now, maybe I'll record a deeper podcast just on this, but I will give you the operating system right now. Every real estate business needs to have 3 key pieces to deliver an amazing real estate operating system. And number 1 is traffic. Number 2 is systems. Number 3 is skills, or traffic conversion and skills. Let me talk to you about traffic. Traffic is, how do you get more eyeballs on your stuff so that you can fill the funnel? Mainly to grow your number of hand raises and number of people that are coming into your funnel. You need a reliable traffic system as a part of your operating system. So how do you actually generate more traffic? There are 3 big pieces in how you generate more traffic. There's an organic way, there's a paid way, and there's a skill, JV and activities way. Like, what are you going to do organically? Maybe post on social media, send out letters and postcards. What are you going to do to generate leads? That is a traffic system. Or if you run paid ads, that's a traffic system. Or if you door knock or door drop or do some events-based activities, that's a traffic system.
what is the operating system that you can get more leads into your business predictably and profitably? That is a traffic solution you have as part of your real estate operating system. The second is what I call a conversion system. A conversion system is if the traffic system is to fill the funnel, a conversion system is to set appointments, because we know that it's all about talking to people. All conversion happens in conversation. So unless we set an appointment with somebody to have a meeting with them, we can't really have a conversation. A lot of times people will ask me the difference between marketing and sales. Sales is what you do on the phone or face-to-face to convert a maybe to a yes. Marketing is to convert a nobody to a maybe, right? So the marketing allows for you to fill the funnel to get people to raise their hands. And the sales process allows you to sit down on the phone or face-to-face and get them from a maybe to a yes. And when they say yes, you can actually deliver. So the conversion system is entirely based on all the solutions that you have in place as part of your real estate operating system that you can say, all right, if I have a database of 5,000 leads, what happens in an automated or systematic way in which I can turn these hand raises into appointments? Now, there's a few ways to do that. The first is you need some form of lifetime nurture. How do you actually nurture these leads? Because we know we have the 10-10-40-40 rule. 10% of people want to do something right now. 10% don't want to do anything. 40% will need time. 40% need education. That means 90% of the people that actually come into your funnel will not want to do anything right now, which means what do we have to do? We have to lifetime nurture them. We have to nurture them because we know that at some point, either time or education will get them to pop up and raise their hands. Do we want to do something with us? Do we have a lifetime nurture system associated with that? The second is, do you have some kind of appointment engine? Do you have somebody calling, texting, emailing your database constantly because people have already raised their hands to actually say, to invite them to an event, to invite them to an open house, to invite them to a seminar, to invite them to an online training, to invite them to see a property, to invite them to a new deal and actually set an appointment with you? Or third, do you have some kind of referral machine that happens in the background where it may be you have agents in other marketplaces, maybe you have your sphere of influence, maybe you have your key mastermind groups that are constantly sending you referrals? If you don't have a system that actually works in the background to get people from maybes to yeses, then your conversion process will never work. That's why this is part of the overall real estate operating system, where you have the traffic solution where you get people to raise their hands, the conversion solution where you get the maybes to the yes to set appointments, and then you need a skills solution. And what is the skills solution? A skills solution is what I call, how do you get paid? And the skills solution has three kind of big pieces to it. The first is, how do you have an organized kind of onboarding? How do you onboard a client very thoughtfully? The second is, how do you sell smoothly? Like, how do you actually help the client understand the process and actually sell the house, sell the neighborhood, sell all of whatever needs? And the third is, how do you delightfully do all of this so that they feel like you took care of them? Now, delivery and the skills are super important, but the key part is most people in the real estate business are run it based on charisma. I'd say most team leaders that I know who are not straight operators are insanely charismatic, and they walk into a living room and they can blow the socks off of anybody in there because of their charisma. And they win because of their charisma, and they lose because of their charisma. And what do I mean by that? They win because of their charisma because they're able to storm in the room and have this amazing impression. They lose because of their charisma because even though they lost, they won't take responsibility that their charisma was not good enough. And there is an insane amount of skill. You should ask yourself the question, hey, what if I was low energy today? What if I was not as good looking as I normally am? What if I didn't look as smart as I normally do? What if I didn't have the energy as I normally have, and I still walked in the appointment and I still won? What would it take? It would take skill. So that skill of how you actually explain the value proposition to a client, how you take them through an amazing process, how you show proof at every step of the process, how you get trained around that, how you get the contractual stuff, how you get the money question, how you do all of that, and how you onboard the client is insanely important. And I will tell you, I've seen veteran agents that don't know how to do that because they've been running their entire lives, an entire business based on charisma. And the problem with that is that as soon as the charisma stops, your business stops. And if you don't have a real estate operating system, you have a charismatic business. And we got to do better, because in today's world, with the changes in seller commissions and the changes in buyer commissions, with commission compression and the NAR lawsuit settlement, all of that stuff, we are now in a place in our lives where we have to drive more skill and more training because if we don't do that, the client doesn't understand
our entire value proposition. So why am I telling you about the traffic solution, the conversion solution, and the skill solution? Because those are the things that actually build a real estate operating system. A real estate agent or real estate team needs to build those things, because when you do those things, amazing things happen, because now you could actually drive more profitability, serve your clients well, and win by either potentially selling your business in the future, transitioning to someone else, because now you have a replicatable, duplicatable, profit-generating machine. Most people don't have that, and that is the super app that agents need to build. They need to build the real estate operating system. And if you even just build one piece a year for the next 3 years, you would be amazed at this type of business that you have. You'd be amazed at the quality of agents that you can attract, and you'd be amazed at the amount of profit that you can drop to the bottom line just because you've packaged the 3 core pieces of the real estate operating system into your life and into your business. Please, if you're a real estate agent and you want a real estate-based career, don't try to build a super app. Try to build a real estate operating system instead, because for all practical purposes, that is your super app.
Hey, this is Sharran. If you sell real estate, I have a cool gift for you. I packaged up my 7 best money-making trainings for real estate agents called the Top Agent Power Pack. It's raw and real, and it's 100% free as our gift to you. Just go to topagentpowerpack.com and grab it right now for free. That's topagentpowerpack.com.